Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, as we head into the holiday party season, we've got some great tips to help you get ready with minimal effort. Here to share how to take your look from practical to party in a very few simple steps. We welcome back makeup artist and esthetician Meghan Hamilton. Great to see you.
Thank you for having me again.
This is a good idea, I think, because a lot of us,
Thank you.
As we get closer, we're going to be going from work to an event, right?
Yes. Yeah, and throughout the day, your makeup can wear, it can soak into your face. You want to have that refresh, but it's important to be strategic in that so you don't look cakey or like piling your makeup up.
Oh, exactly.
Yep.
And as you get older, that tends to happen easily.
For sure, yeah. The wrinkles, things will settle a little. So I like to do a refresh. So we're going to spritz before we start anything. You know, I love this.
Yeah.
So this is not a toner. So I want to be clear that this is like a hydrating spray.
Okay.
We're adding value to the skin. We're kind of just like giving it life again. We're like, oh, okay, let's perk back up again.
Oh, okay.
So we do that, and then we want to be strategic about the touch-ups. So I like to go in certain places. So we're going to take it down the T-zone.
Okay.
In here, and I'm using a translucent.
Is that where it wears quickly, where your makeup wears
Yeah,
the
and
most?
we want to be the brightest in those areas
I see.
too. So this is like when we're contouring or highlighting, we want these areas to be like brought forward in the focus.
Okay.
So to refresh that is strategic because I don't want to do too much on the cheeks because that's where things can really cake up.
Oh yeah.
So right in here, right along here.
That's
and
a
I'm
light
using
powder.
Yep, I'm using a translucent on myself.
Okay.
But if you are more oil prone, get yourself some blotting sheets.
Okay.
Like this, tap this on your face first. It's like a mix of charcoal and just like soaks everything up. It's a flat sheet. Have you seen those before?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I love
But let's
these.
pull them up so that if others
Let's
haven't
do
seen
it.
them, yeah.
Looks like this.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a piece of tissue paper,
Yeah.
essentially, but it just soaks everything up, but without taking your makeup off.
Right.
So if you're oil
okay.
prone, see, even I'm not oil prone, and that
Yeah.
even gave me a little something something on there. So
Gotcha.
something like that, and then translucent in those specific areas, and then I would take concealer and just pop right here. We're not taking it all the way under our eye, but we're just re-brightening up that inner corner where we all naturally have a vein that can make us look, you know, a little tired, a little dark eyes, all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sometimes though, when you take concealer, concealer seems thicker to me.
Yes.
It can really cake under those
Absolutely.
lines under your eyes.
It can. So I'm the heaviest in here when I'm doing concealer, and then I take the brush and I don't add more product, but I'm just buffing out what I already have on the brush so that it gets lighter as it goes out, but it's all smooth and it's one color and it's strategic.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I love to do a little bump up for the eyes because, right, like a lot of times during the day, we just have a softer look.
Yeah.
So I love a palette that has just neutral basics in it, and I'm going to take a creamy, like it's a, you know, a rich brown tone, and you're just going in the outer third. So we're right over here. We're not going whoop, 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 whoop. We're just taking it in here.
Okay.
And then along the lash line as well, if you have your favorite pencil, smudge that guy in there, and then you
Okay.
take a brush like this, and we're going to just buff along there. And that gives you a smoky look, but it's intentional because it's right along your lash line.
Okay.
So it's going to bump things up without looking messy. And we're keeping it right in that lash line. And you want to make sure you get all the way in the lashes because if you have any kind of gap or barrier where you see the skin, that just naturally draws the eye funny. So
Yeah.
really wiggling in your lash line.
And as a redhead, I have white eyelashes, so that's like the hardest thing is to try to get that covered so it doesn't bring attention to the roots.
Yep, so sometimes you can do what's called tight lining, and you could take it under your lash line.
Oh.
There's certain products that are made for that. You get it wet, and then you can just like push it in there so it really gets in that lash line.
And do you believe as opposed to a harsh eyeliner, the softer, the softening?
I think especially as we age, using powders, using eyeshadows as your liner can really be helpful if you struggle with going too heavy. I just don't like, anytime there's any line that is too harsh, I think that just, you know, you want your makeup to look natural. I don't have a natural look, but I want my makeup to not be like, what's going on with your eye?
You've said too that you like the dramatic look.
I do.
So, yeah.
I'm all or nothing, baby. All or nothing.
Okay, so just know that's your take on makeup for you, right?
Yes,
okay.
absolutely, absolutely. And then lipstick is the easiest way to look like you tried hard. Really and truly, like I didn't have my lipstick on before, like when I got here this morning, and I looked at myself and I'm like, boring, put it on, and I was like, yes, nailed it.
Yeah.
So red is great for holiday, it's very festive, but these long wear lipsticks, they are
they
amazing.
matte?
They're matte, yep. So you can put a gloss on top of them if you're a gloss girl, and it will help them wear longer. But this particular brand, I can wear this for the rest of the day, eat, drink, all the things. It's the Super Stay Matte Inks.
Okay.
And it will literally wear all day, all night, like until I physically take it off with a makeup remover.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
really good.
And then you like lashes.
I do, and people are intimidated by lashes.
Yes.
They're hard to put on.
Yes.
I completely understand. And I always tell people, it's hard for like 100 times, and then something happens on the 101st time, and you're like, oh, this is easy. But it's hard and crazy until then.
Okay.
But nowadays, we have things like this. So these lashes are just, they're smaller, so you can individually piece them on, because a lot of times what's intimidating is that strip all the way across the eye. People can't get it in the right spot.
Yeah.
But if you
I
have
can
this
get my
one,
right eye, I can't get the left eye. Okay.
Yep. So this one is really cool because you just take it step by step. You're just putting little pieces on at a time, and you want to make sure you let your glue get tacky first, because if the glue's too wet, it's going to slide all over your eye. It's kind of like you want to be able to have it just pop in place.
On. Okay,
yep.
great.
Yep.
I think we did it all then.
Yay.
Oh, awesome. What was this, blush?
Oh yeah, so this one is bronzer, but I was gonna say make sure you just touch up your bronzer and your blush, because it is life-changingly different to brighten everything up. It just makes you look like you were intentional. So just, you're not putting extra powder there, we're just taking a little blush, popping it on there.
Perfect.
Feeling pretty and ready.
Meghan, thank you so much. We're ready for a party now.
Let's party, Helen.
Love it, love it. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest.